Imagine waking up every day feeling a knot in your stomach, constantly bending over backward to please others, yet feeling invisible and unappreciated. You perform the dance of politeness, a never-ending routine where your true desires, your genuine self, remain locked away. This need to be nice, to avoid conflict, and to keep everyone around you happy is more than just a habit. It's a prison. A prison that keeps you from reaching your full potential, from being respected, and from living a life of authenticity and strength. What if I told you that this niceness is holding you back, that it's time to break free? This isn't about being rude or selfish. It's about reclaiming your power, your voice, and your true self. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful lens through which we can view this struggle. It teaches us that true strength lies not in appeasement, but in authenticity and self-respect. The ancient Stoics, like Seneca and Epictetus, warned against conforming to societal expectations at the cost of our own values and well-being. They believed that the most powerful person is the one who has themselves in their own power. By prioritizing niceness over our true feelings, we relinquish this power, becoming prisoners to the expectations of others. But it doesn't have to be this way. In this video, we'll explore the roots of this behavior, the heavy cost it carries, and how you can cultivate inner strength and live authentically. 1. The roots of niceness. To understand why we're so conditioned to be nice, we need to look back at our past. From a young age, we're taught to be agreeable, to avoid conflict, and to seek approval. This conditioning starts in childhood, where being nice often brings rewards, praise, acceptance, love. But this reward system is flawed. It teaches us to value others' opinions over our own, to fear rejection and disapproval, and to prioritize external validation over internal fulfillment. Our family dynamics play a crucial role in shaping this behavior. Many of us grew up in environments where being nice was equated with being good. We were praised for being compliant, for sharing, for putting others' needs before our own. While these lessons are well-intentioned, they create a deep-seated belief that our worth is contingent upon pleasing others. The educational system further ingrains the importance of being nice. Schools reward conformity and obedience, often at the expense of individuality and critical thinking. We're taught to follow rules, to work quietly, and not to disturb others. While these guidelines help maintain order, they can also stifle self-expression and assertiveness. This fear of standing out, of being different, of challenging the status quo, becomes deeply embedded in our psyche. Society plays a significant role in perpetuating the myth of niceness. We are bombarded with messages that equate niceness with goodness. Media, education, and even our social circles reinforce the idea that being liked is more important than being respected. But this societal expectation is a trap. It leads us to suppress our true feelings, to avoid setting boundaries, and to compromise our values for the sake of harmony. The Stoics understood the importance of self-respect and integrity. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote about the importance of living according to one's values, rather than seeking approval from others. He emphasized that true happiness comes from within, not from external validation. By striving to be nice, we essentially give away our power, allowing others to dictate our self-worth. 2. The cost of niceness. Being nice comes with a hefty price. It can lead to burnout, resentment, and a loss of identity. When we constantly prioritize others' needs over our own, we neglect our well-being and personal growth. We become passive participants in our own lives, drifting aimlessly rather than steering our own course. Emotional burnout is one of the most significant costs of being nice. It requires immense emotional labor to maintain the facade of agreeableness, especially when it goes against our true feelings. This can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and depression. We become drained both mentally and physically as we struggle to maintain the mask of niceness. Resentment is another cost. When we suppress our true feelings to please others, resentment builds up over time. This resentment can manifest as anger, bitterness, and a sense of injustice. We begin to see ourselves as victims, trapped in a cycle of self-sacrifice and unappreciation. This not only damages our relationships, but also erodes our self-esteem and sense of self-worth. Perhaps the most insidious cost of niceness is the loss of identity. By constantly conforming to others' expectations, we lose touch with our own desires, values, and aspirations. We become chameleons, changing ourselves to fit in rather than standing out. This leads to a profound sense of emptiness and a lack of direction in life. The Stoics and other philosophers throughout history have recognized the dangers of sacrificing oneself to please others. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote extensively about the concept of slave morality, where individuals conform to societal norms and expectations, suppressing their true selves in the process. Nietzsche believed that true strength comes from embracing one's individuality and rejecting the constraints of conformity. 3. The power of authenticity. Authenticity is the antidote to niceness. It is the courage to be true to oneself, to set boundaries, and to live in accordance with one's values. Authenticity is not about being rude or selfish. It is about being honest and respectful, both to oneself and to others. Embracing authenticity means accepting yourself as you are, with all your strengths and flaws. It means acknowledging your true desires and aspirations, rather than suppressing them to fit in. This requires self-awareness and self-acceptance, which are the foundations of a fulfilling and meaningful life. Setting boundaries is a crucial aspect of authenticity. It involves saying no when necessary, asserting your needs and rights, and protecting your personal space and well-being. Boundaries are not barriers. They are expressions of self-respect and self-care. By setting boundaries, we teach others how to treat us and create healthy, balanced relationships. Living authentically means aligning your actions with your values. It means making choices that reflect your true beliefs and principles, rather than succumbing to external pressures. This requires courage and integrity, but it leads to a life of purpose and fulfillment. Philosophers like Søren Kierkegaard and Albert Camus emphasized the importance of authenticity. Kierkegaard believed that true fulfillment comes from embracing our individuality and rejecting the constraints of societal norms. Camus, in his essay The Myth of Sisyphus, argued that life is inherently absurd and that we must create our own meaning and purpose. 4. The strength of assertiveness. Assertiveness is the key to breaking free from the prison of niceness. It is the ability to express oneself openly and honestly without fear of rejection or disapproval. Assertiveness is not about being aggressive or confrontational. It is about standing up for oneself and communicating effectively. Assertive communication involves expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly and respectfully. It requires active listening, empathy, and confidence. By communicating assertively, we build trust and respect in our relationships, and we avoid misunderstandings and conflicts. Fear of conflict is one of the main reasons people struggle with assertiveness. We fear rejection, disapproval, and negative consequences, but conflict is a natural part of human interaction, and avoiding it only leads to unresolved issues and resentment. By embracing conflict as an opportunity for growth and understanding, we can navigate it with confidence and grace. Confidence is the foundation of assertiveness. It comes from knowing your worth and believing in your abilities. Confidence is not about being perfect. It is about being comfortable with who you are and trusting yourself to handle whatever comes your way. The Stoics and other philosophers have explored the importance of assertiveness. Aristotle emphasized the importance of finding a balance between extremes, and Nietzsche argued that true strength comes from embracing one's individuality and rejecting the constraints of conformity. 5. The journey of self-discovery. The journey to stop being nice is a journey of self-discovery. It involves introspection, reflection, and personal growth. It requires us to confront our fears, challenge our beliefs, and embrace our true selves. Introspection and reflection are essential for self-discovery. They allow us to examine our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and to gain insight into our true selves. By taking time to reflect on our experiences and learn from them, we can identify patterns and make conscious choices that align with our values and goals. Embracing change is an inevitable part of the journey of self-discovery. It requires us to let go of old habits and beliefs and to embrace new ways of thinking and being. This can be challenging and uncomfortable, but it is essential for personal growth and fulfillment. Personal growth and development are ongoing processes that require commitment and effort. They involve setting goals, taking action, and learning from your experiences. By focusing on personal growth, you can continually improve yourself and achieve your full potential. Philosophers like Socrates and Carl Jung emphasize the importance of self-discovery. Socrates believed that self-knowledge is the foundation of wisdom and virtue. Jung's concept of individuation represents the process of self-discovery and personal growth, where we become more aware of our true selves and align our actions with our values and aspirations. 6. Cultivating inner strength. Cultivating inner strength is the cornerstone of breaking free from the shackles of niceness. It's not just about building resilience or self-confidence in isolation. It's about developing a deep-rooted sense of purpose, understanding your true self, and empowering yourself to live a life aligned with your values and aspirations. Inner strength is what will sustain you through the challenges of life, enabling you to stand firm in your beliefs, assert yourself when necessary, and live authentically without the constant need for external validation. Building resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep going even when things get tough. It's not just about surviving adversity, but about thriving in spite of it. Developing resilience begins with a mindset shift, from seeing obstacles as threats to viewing them as opportunities for growth. Life is full of challenges, and resilience is what allows us to face these challenges head-on without being overwhelmed by them. To build resilience, start by cultivating a positive mindset. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. Instead, it means focusing on what you can control, finding the lessons in difficult situations, and maintaining a sense of hope and optimism. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger because of this experience? This shift in perspective can transform setbacks into stepping stones toward greater inner strength. Another key aspect of resilience is developing healthy coping mechanisms. Life will inevitably throw curveballs, and how you respond to them determines your ability to bounce back. Incorporating regular self-care practices into your routine is crucial. This might include physical activities like exercise, which has been shown to reduce stress and improve mood, or mental and emotional practices such as mindfulness and meditation, which can help you stay grounded and centered in the face of adversity. By taking care of your body and mind, you build up your emotional reserves, making it easier to handle whatever life throws your way. Maintaining a sense of hope and optimism is also vital for resilience. This doesn't mean ignoring the negative or being unrealistically positive. It means recognizing that, no matter how difficult a situation might be, there is always a path forward. Cultivating a sense of purpose and staying connected to your core values can provide you with the motivation to keep moving forward, even in the face of significant challenges. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, it becomes easier to endure the hardships along the way. Developing self-confidence. Self-confidence is the belief in your own worth and abilities. It's about trusting yourself to handle whatever comes your way and believing that you are capable of achieving your goals. However, self-confidence doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's something that you build over time through experience, reflection, and self-acceptance. One of the most effective ways to build self-confidence is by setting and achieving goals. These goals don't have to be monumental. They can be small, manageable steps that lead you toward your larger aspirations. Each time you accomplish a goal, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you are capable and competent. This sense of accomplishment builds your self-efficacy, which in turn boosts your confidence. Another important aspect of self-confidence is recognizing and celebrating your strengths. Too often, we focus on our weaknesses and failures, overlooking the things we do well. Take time to acknowledge your achievements, however minor they may seem. Reflect on the qualities that make you unique and the skills you have honed over time. This doesn't mean ignoring areas where you can improve, but it does mean giving yourself credit for your successes and using them as a foundation to build even greater confidence. Self-confidence also involves developing a positive self-image. This means being kind to yourself, letting go of perfectionism, and accepting yourself as you are. It's about understanding that you are a work in progress and that it's okay to make mistakes and have flaws. By cultivating self-compassion, you create a solid foundation for self-confidence that isn't easily shaken by external circumstances. Lastly, self-confidence grows when you face your fears. It's easy to feel confident when things are going well, but true confidence is built when you confront challenges head-on. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, asserting your needs in a relationship, or trying something new, each time you step outside your comfort zone, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling discomfort and uncertainty. Over time, these small acts of courage build a deep, unshakable confidence in your ability to navigate the complexities of life. Finding purpose and meaning. Finding purpose and meaning is perhaps the most profound aspect of cultivating inner strength. It's what gives your life direction, motivation, and a sense of fulfillment. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you can endure almost any hardship because you know that what you're working toward is meaningful and aligned with your core values. Finding your purpose often begins with reflection and introspection. What are your core values? What are the things that truly matter to you? What do you want to contribute to the world? These are not questions that can be answered overnight, but they are worth pondering deeply. Your purpose is not something that someone else can give you. It's something you must discover for yourself through self-exploration and reflection. Once you have a clearer sense of your purpose, it's important to align your actions with it. This might mean making changes in your life, big or small, to ensure that what you do on a daily basis reflects your values and aspirations. It could be as simple as setting aside time for the things you're passionate about, or as significant as changing careers or ending relationships that are out of alignment with your purpose. Living in accordance with your purpose brings a deep sense of fulfillment and helps you stay resilient in the face of challenges. Purpose and meaning also provide you with a sense of motivation and drive. When you are connected to a larger purpose, you are more likely to persevere through difficult times because you know that your efforts are contributing to something greater than yourself. This sense of meaning can be a powerful source of inner strength, providing you with the energy and resilience to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Philosophical insights on inner strength. The concept of inner strength has been a central theme in many philosophical traditions, particularly in Stoicism. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is not. He believed that true strength comes from within, from our ability to cultivate resilience, self-confidence, and a sense of purpose. According to Epictetus, much of our suffering comes from trying to control things that are beyond our control, such as other people's opinions, external events, or outcomes. He taught that we should focus our energy on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, and let go of the rest. This Stoic principle is closely related to building inner strength because it encourages us to take responsibility for our own lives and to find strength in our ability to navigate whatever life throws our way. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, also spoke extensively about the importance of inner strength. In his meditations, he reminded himself to focus on his own actions and to remain steadfast in his values, regardless of external circumstances. He believed that true power comes from within and that we should not be swayed by the opinions or actions of others. This idea is central to the cultivation of inner strength, as it encourages us to remain grounded in our principles and to find strength in our own integrity and self-respect. Moreover, the existentialist philosophers, such as Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus, explored the idea of creating meaning in a world that is often indifferent to our existence. Sartre believed that we are free to define our own values and purposes, and that it is through this act of creation that we find true strength and fulfillment. Camus, in his exploration of the absurd, argued that even in a universe devoid of inherent meaning, we can still create purpose through our actions and choices. These existentialist ideas resonate deeply with the process of cultivating inner strength, as they emphasize the power of the individual to shape their own destiny and to find meaning in the face of adversity. The path forward. Cultivating inner strength is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing journey that requires dedication, self-reflection, and continuous growth. It involves building resilience, developing self-confidence, finding purpose and meaning, and aligning your life with your core values. This journey is challenging, but it is also deeply rewarding, leading to a life of authenticity, integrity, and true freedom. As you embark on this path, remember that inner strength doesn't mean never feeling weak or vulnerable. It's about recognizing your vulnerabilities, accepting them, and using them as a source of strength. It's about knowing that you have the power to overcome obstacles, to grow from your experiences, and to live a life that is true to who you are. By cultivating inner strength, you can break free from the constraints of niceness and live a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and aligned with your deepest values and aspirations. This journey is not easy, but it is worth every step, as it leads to a life of true freedom and fulfillment, a life where you are no longer confined by the expectations of others, but are instead guided by your own inner compass. Embrace this journey, cultivate your inner strength, and start living the life you truly deserve. Conclusion: embrace authenticity over niceness. The journey to stop being nice is not about abandoning kindness or respect. It's about reclaiming your true self. Niceness, when rooted in fear of rejection or the desire for approval, becomes a prison that stifles your potential and drains your inner strength. The teachings of Stoicism offer a powerful framework to break free from this prison by emphasizing authenticity, self-respect, and the cultivation of inner strength. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus remind us that true strength lies in being true to oneself, in prioritizing our values over the whims of public opinion, and in focusing on what we can control: our actions, our thoughts, and our reactions. By embracing authenticity and developing inner strength, you can navigate life with confidence, assertiveness, and a deep sense of purpose. The cost of constant niceness is too high: burnout, resentment, and a loss of identity. Instead, cultivate resilience, build self-confidence, and find meaning in your life by aligning your actions with your values. This path will not only free you from the shackles of niceness, but will also empower you to live a life of authenticity and true fulfillment. Stop being nice in the way that confines you and start being true to yourself. Embrace the strength within you and live a life that is guided by your own values and aspirations, not by the expectations of others. This is the shocking truth about Stoicism. It's not about being agreeable. It's about being powerful, authentic, and free.